SMCI. Those four letters are starting to turn into the Halloween horror of 2024. We have to talk about it. What are the levels? What are we looking at? What should we do now? And most importantly, when something like this happens, what are the lessons to learn so this doesn't happen to us again in the future? Welcome to Hot Trades of the Day, your show for swing trading ideas for the coming days and weeks. I wanted to wish you a happy Halloween. I had like a mask and everything planned out, fun and joy and everything. And then the SMCI news happens and the disaster happens. The stock craters almost 50% in 2 days after accounting firm Ernst & Young is stepping back. That is big, big news. I told you in my past videos to SMCI, you can see the links right here. You need to watch those. You really should, as a learning experience, to stay away from SMCI. I warned you, and if you watch the videos and if you stayed away, then you avoided major losses towards the end of the year, and that's really, really good. That's really all you could do in this stock. And the main message that I told you in these videos was, I had seen this before in the new economy boom it's close to 25 years ago. And this is the main reason why you need to listen to people that have been through market cycles. It will not help you once the markets will get more volatile. It will not help you that we have experts here on YouTube, experts. They're like 18 years old, 20 years old, that haven't seen anything. You need to listen to people that have been through the cycles. It doesn't have to be me. There are many other competent people out there that have enough experience in the market. But you need people that have been through this before. And what I told you was with SMCI is, don't look at the chart, don't look at the all-time highs and the current price and think, oh, this is a great buying opportunity. After the short selling report came out and the short sellers attacked the stock and the stock collapsed for the first time. I told you, after this report came out, this is a new company in the perception of the market until proven otherwise. Well, actually with the Ernst & Young situation that's happening now, it looks like the short sellers are actually correct. And I told you it's a reputable short selling firm. That doesn't mean that they're right all the time, obviously, but that is the main thing to understand. And that's really, really hard when you're new in the market. This is not the company in Q4 than it was in Q1 of this year. So let's look at the chart. Everything that you see here, this run up, all this, forget all this. That was a different company. We need to look at where we stand now, and as you can see where we stand now, it's a disaster, right? You can't say it any other way, and I'm not sugarcoating it, and I'm really sorry for everybody that's losing money. I warned, that's all I can do. I didn't touch SMCI, and I told you not to do this. There are many other great plays in the AI space and chip plays that you could do that didn't have the uncertainty in the risk side. With today's sell-off, we ran right through the big support zone, the blue zone that you see. And again, this zone now doesn't matter anymore. Why doesn't it matter? Well, it's based, as you can see, mostly on price action from last summer, fall, and winter, which was a different company. I will keep saying this until you understand it, and it's hard to understand. I get it, but this is one of the main lessons you need to learn right now. Okay, so there's a support, the lower blue line that you can look for if you want to trade a dead cat bounce. I will not touch this. I will not touch this. I don't know what's going to happen, and nobody knows. I do know one thing. I'm pretty certain about it. The technology, from what I heard from people that are really invested in the AI technology space. The technology is legit, and even the short report never doubted that. They just said they inflated the numbers and cooked the books, allegedly. So I'm pretty sure companies like Dell, IBM, they're already circling. I'm in New York right now, and I haven't heard one thing about it on Wall Street, which is a pretty sure indication that something is happening behind the scenes. Now, they'll want to wait how this whole thing shakes out, but don't be surprised if some news comes out that SMCI is going to be taken over at some point. But what are we doing now? Because we don't know if this is going to happen. We don't know when this is going to happen. Look, if you're still in the stock and you're sitting on losses of 40% and higher, I mean, the stock is down 80% from the highs in March. That is basically 8 months ago. You need to sell. Okay? I know this is not what you want to hear. I know you're dreaming of some miracle comeback, and it could happen. Again, we don't know. It could happen. But is it, just because it's possible, doesn't mean that it's probable. It is highly, highly unlikely that this is going to happen after the Ernst & Young news. If you want to hear my percentages on that this will happen, that we have like a phoenix out of the ashes, rise of SMCI again, I say it's probably 1%, 2%. So the first thing that should be done now is you need to sell. It hurts. It really hurts to realize losses like this, but at least you get the tax loss out of it. And why do I say that? Because there are no buyers. Look at the volume on the daily in the past month. Let me get this out of the way here for you so you can see it better. Look, October, look how low the buy volume is. There's really nothing. Nobody is buying. There are no buyers. If there are no buyers, the stock can't go up. Then on the other hand, look at the spikes in the sell volume. People are selling, they're dropping the stock. So the only thing right now that will ignite the stock to move up even a little bit is day traders that jump on the stock when they believe it's oversold. Rumors or news that the company is bought out to whatever price, we don't know. Or a short squeeze. Well, the short squeeze can only happen if the stock starts to move up. That is not the situation you want to be in on the long side. So, what do we need to do? We need to bite the bullet. It sucks, but we need to bite the bullet. We need to sell. We need to save what we can save and move on and learn an important lesson that this doesn't happen to us again. At least that way, it has some value for us. And this lesson is, when there's smoke like this, you sell immediately. You don't fall in love with the stock, and you do not look at the past when the company is changing, for better or worse, right? There are companies that are changing and they're actually improving because they're starting a new business field or whatever. Think of Amazon. Pure e-commerce play, then they get into cloud computing, the company changes. A lot of the people, the stock price moves up, a lot of the people still perceive it as a pure e-commerce play, and we're constantly complaining that the stock is too expensive. Didn't understand that they changed, there was now a cloud company with an attached e-commerce business. But in this case, SMCI, we're talking about the bad news. So it's a new company now. And then we need to stay away. If we have complete uncertainty on the negative side, we need to stay away, we need to sell immediately. Those are the lessons that we need to learn from SMCI. I really hope you can still have a really good Halloween because it's a joyful holiday. And you know, there's candy out there, so that's always a good idea. We'll talk next week. Happy Halloween. Bye-bye.